Hello and welcome to Pod Save the Queen right here on the Else Nerds Network. Today is a very special episode because I'm only talking about one show, and that is Gavin and Stacey. Gavin and Stacey is, and it's also a different thing because this is a show that's not currently airing. Gavin and Stacey aired on BBC Three, BBC Two, and BBC One in that order for total of three series. And this was actually one of my first forays into British television. I think this might even predate Doctor Who, even. And I first saw this on BBC America and fell in love with this story, fell in love with the people. And so I was like, oh, hey, let's try, every week I try to find something different to watch. So I'm not just talking about the same 4 shows every week. And I went to Hulu, where you can find it here in America. If you have Hulu Plus, I believe. I don't know if it's on regular Hulu, but I do know it's on Hulu Plus. And just started watching this again and fell in love with the show. Gavin and Stacey, for those of you guys who don't know, was written by James Corden. And you will know him from not from Podsafe. He was in, I believe, Book of Mormon on Broadway. I could be wrong on that, but he's also in he's in Podsafe, or not Podsafe Queen, in Gavin and Stacey, and he is also the new host of the Late Late Show here in America, and he's brilliant in here. He created this along with Ruth Jones, and they play Nessa and Smithy in the show. And it's interesting to see because the way they do this whole thing is it makes it seem very organic, almost like you are capturing a slice of life. And I love it. I mean, it's just you are really in just seeing these guys, or this couple go from being in a long distance relationship to traveling to and back and forth from Barry Island in Wales to Essex, London, and then eventually getting married, and the struggles that go through with that. And it's just so gripping. I love the show. I mean, I cannot say enough how much I love this show. And to see, to rewatch this, and actually some of the episodes that I've missed, to catch those. And to get the whole picture, because I believe I came in at the end of series 2, and then I missed Christmas. I believe I missed the Christmas episode, which I'll talk about at a future time, along with series 3, and then I caught all of series 3 as well. But the show, I don't know what it is, but one of the things I do love and miss from here in America is the theme song. I have had the theme song for Gavin and Stacey stuck in my head, I kid you not, for a week. The only thing that would break it is if I was listening to something else, or if it was the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt theme song. But this whole week it's been interchanging between the Gavin and Stacey theme song and the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt theme song. And it brought up this interesting point of me of what happened to the theme song. Everyone can sit there and say, can remember, the Full House theme song, or Family Matters, or the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But nowadays, it's like, I don't know. I mean, the last one that I could think of that's really besides, and Gavin Stacey's is a little bit different because it's not in the beginning, it's at the end. But the last one I think I can remember, that I can think of that's truly memorable is maybe the IT Crowd or The Office. Like, it's a toss up between those two. But it seems like we're sort of losing the need, well, not really need for it, but the want for the theme song. Because, I mean, we have, when you think about it, we have, like, it's just this, like, let's roll credits over it, and hey, here's this guy did this guy did that, yada, yada, yada. Guest starring some guy who hasn't been on TV in 5 years. And but it sucks because it would help with marketing if you had a great theme song. You know, like Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, you know, like sitting there while watching it and just going, well, that's going to be stuck in my head for a good month, and I don't care. And then with Gavin and Stacey going, oh, yes, I remember this song and loved this song and hearing it. And the only one that comes close to errors nowadays is probably Top Gear. But that's actually a full-fledged song. So it's, which some of the other ones are too, but it's just, you know, it's a miss that I've had for a while now. But yeah, Gavin and Stacey, to dive a little deeper into there for you guys, because I just had that little aside. Gavin and Stacey, you go through their lives. Gavin lives in Essex, in England, and Stacey lives on Barry Island in Wales. And it was like a work relationship, sort of, because they're companies that Stacey used to work at, and Gavin, up till series 2, I forgot about season 3. I haven't seen it in so long. Worked at, they were, you know, like they met that way, and had been talking on the phone for 6 months, and then the first episode is them going to meet for the very first time. And I think at the end of that trip, so it's I want to say by episode 2 or 3, he's proposed to her, and it's just very touching in how the whole thing goes down with the proposal, because he's like, you know what, forget this, I'm hopping over the turn, like, basically it's like he's gonna get on the train illegally or whatever, but he doesn't. And right as he's got the box, and she goes, oh, forget this, or oh, sod it, takes the box, and they tase him, the police officers taser him, because like, oh, he's, you know, this is 2007 or 2008, I believe, when this came out. She's like, oh, he could be suspicious, and tased him and all that stuff. And it's got funny moments like that, but it's the people in there is what draws you in. Like, you feel like you're in this family. And then series 2 is her being homesick, is Stacey being homesick, missing Barry. And then and the birth of Nessa and Smitty's child, which is a great B plot throughout a lot of the stories. But yeah, so that just about wraps it up here, because there wasn't any other shows I could actually talk about. So that reminds me, what other shows should I be watching? Like, that either I have missed, or that you know, that sort of flew under my radar, or that I've seen before and just haven't thought to actually watch them. Let me know in the comments down below, or you can email us at mail@elsnerds.com. That's where you can also find us on. That's where you can find us is at elsnerds.com, which brings you right here to the YouTube page. And we have our Facebook group at facebook.elsnerds.com. You can follow me at Twitter at @Gregor. You can follow Elsnerds at Twitter at Elsnerds. And also, we have our friends over at the Galactic Netcasts, where it seems like every day now you can find the splash page done by this guy right here. It's all about the comic books, the news from the past 24 hours, that I think you need to hear, you need to read. It's just awesome stuff. We also do the 616, which is our comic book show, on Saturdays at 9:30 East, 6:30 West. Slightly different time because of daylight savings time. And we do What Else Is On every Monday night at 9:30 East, 6:30 West. And I will see you next time. Bye.